Shadow. Let me click a few buttons here.
One of the biggest issues I have with this is like it's a white powder, and so when I mix it at work,
I thought you were gonna say you really want to snort it.
Well, that's what I always have a feeling like people are going to be like, I think he's doing coke in his office. We might need to check on him. Like,
completely natural. Welcome in. For those interested in white powder, Bear will give you a breakdown of the substance he's consuming in a little bit. But whoa! I have everyone's screens all screwed up here. Didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
that's not Bear and that's not Moose.
You got mine right. That's all that really matters.
Fair point.
Troubleshooting.
There you go. You got there.
Rectum. Rectum.
Hello.
I hardly know him.
That'd be a lot of scenes.
This is what happens when Moose gets in here early.
Yeah.
Right. I haven't been less than 10 minutes early. I'd say in at least the last month. It's pretty good, but that's all going to change because I'm probably going to miss like the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So anyway,
welcome in Rethro. Welcome in. We had a new follower right off the rip too. D-Town. Welcome in Chewy Shadow. Hope you guys are all doing well. Red Fast Review episode 74, season 8 Skudaddle. Season 8 of TGC has come to a close, so we'll recap that today. We'll go over some 2K23 updates, news and notes that we received from the Next Makers that were down in Atlanta and East Lake. Got to participate in some information gathering, I suppose, down there, as well as London, and talk about the Fedex Cup, TGC Tours, Community Corner, maybe a interview series that has started and will be releasing its first episode this week, and then Red Fast Review and Content Creator of the Week, as always. Let's kick it around the horn going clockwise. Moose, what's going on?
Yeah, not too much. Still apartment hunting, making a little progress, not much. I've kind of figured out the budget I have to settle on, which I mean, we're going to make it work because we need somewhere to live. So those are the first steps.
Dallas?
Right outside Austin, just north of Austin. So kind of, you think of the Northeast being expensive, and then Texas not as much. Not really the case where I'm going to. And then I'm sure everyone knows house prices and rental prices are just on the rise anyway. So I know Elon bought a bunch of land down right near where I'm moving, so that doesn't help the prices at all. And but yeah, so
in the area or something.
What's up?
Tesla
I don't know.
Going in the area?
He's doing something in the area. He's creating a lot of jobs, so that's good, I guess.
Probably good solar in the area for Solar City.
How do you want all those jobs down in Texas? Like, it's weird.
But yeah, so moving out of here Wednesday, and then won't be around as much for the next, what's the date? Probably the next like week and a half. Yeah, going home until about, I want to drive down to Texas around the 11th. We'll get into that later towards the end of the show. But yeah, not going to set up my PC or anything when I go home because it's just going to be a pain in the ass. So, but I'll have my laptop, so we'll be around a little bit.
Of moving parts. Best of luck. When's the first day on the job?
The 20th. So,
okay, so you
a little bit of time.
A few weeks here. So, but I'm sure it's wrapping up quick. It's that's 3 weeks from today. So
exactly.
Yeah, time's flying. Mr. Pleated Pants, how are you doing? Have you heard of this game called Madden?
I'm exhausted. We're done with we're done with all the drafts. They are 5-hour laborious monsters, and then all the subsequent just getting everything through preseason into the normal cadence that we have on Monday, Friday. Well, that's all done, and right now, as of tomorrow at 6, everyone will be on the Friday cadence, and so then it makes it a lot easier for me. It's just Monday, Friday, and we got games to play. But everything's going great. A lot of excitement. To be completely honest, a lot of people have come into the stream and said, Bleeded, what do you think about the golf game? Well, I probably, out of all four of us here, I've watched the least amount of it because I just haven't had the time. What I have seen, I'm excited about. I'm a little worried that there could be some microtransactions, but you know what? Like, I'm not going to worry about it until it releases. But, ooh, a lot of Madden. A lot of golf coming up, and current girlfriend's going to be here this weekend, so I'm a busy boy.
There you
Love
go.
that.
It's got to be a huge weight lifted off your shoulders for having all those drafts done. That has to be the most excruciating part. Even compared to a rookie draft, it's all 52 rounds. Like rookie drafts are nothing compared to that. So
Yeah, everything else is easy now.
yeah. So that'll be good. All those are firing up. I'm excited. I'm playing in one of them myself, the Xbox League. We just finished last night, so very excited to get that season off and rolling. Bear, what's cooking in your neck of the woods? We had some plenty of golf streams on your platform this week. Some good, some bad. A lot of fun. Some super fleet people, plenty of super people.
Yeah, the super people's been fun. Really, just
You're
being
welcome.
able to share Discord with MLG Moose over here. All the tips and tricks. I mean, there's a first person 6K tournament tonight at 9 that Lex was already shit talking me, and I informed him that I do have prior duty, so he will not be able to destroy me.
Is that squads or solos?
No, solos.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Anyways, beginning of the school year has been crazy. Tomorrow, it is my third constructed professional development, and I'm actually speaking for half the day, as I can't speak right now. But so pretty excited for it going in, and we have the largest county fair going on this week, so it's going to be a lot of fair food and a lot of pictures of the little ones enjoying the time out there with all the animals.
Nice. That sounds like a good time. School's
It's
getting
gonna be
off to a
fun.
good start, and at least the stress levels somewhat tampering off from the initial first week.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Trending in the right direction, but trending very slowly.
Exactly.
But very nice, very nice. I myself just been busy with the family the past week and trying to get some YouTube stuff out there. Working on a YouTube video at the moment, breaking down the wish list versus the my initial wish list for 2K23 and what I expect to have in 2K23. So getting very excited for that. As you can see in the top right corner of your screen, 42 days left. So we have 6 weeks until everyone has it. Next makers and everyone should have it probably a few days before that, I would even venture to guess. So we're going to get some content real soon. And TGC came to an end, so there really wasn't many other tournaments to play after TGC closed. However, they are doing a test this week, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's break down kind of events from the weekend, if you will. Moose, you were very interested in drinking beer out of a hot dog. Are you going to be doing that for us on stream anytime soon?
Yeah. We can arrange that for sure. This was, dude. I'm sure everyone's seen this by now, but this is just vile. Oh my god!
I feel like you really wanted to participate. This guy.
What's vile about it? It probably has a little saltiness to it. Like,
I'm just not a beer guy in the first place. I like hot dogs, but
I think it's more just drinking beer out of a straw is a weird thing. Like,
yeah, there's that too.
That's what I'm more concerned with. Like, the hot dog part of it doesn't bother me. The straw. Like,
there were girls at the bar that I used to frequent that absolutely believed that you got drunker faster if you drank wine through a straw.
Oh, you do drink it faster, so they're kind of right.
What?
When you
Nope, let him
drink
go.
things,
Let him
when
go.
you drink things through a straw, you drink them faster.
So Moose,
Interesting.
That's proven. Ask John Taffer. I watch Bar Rescue.
How big's that hole?
if you fill up a 16-ounce cup and
You do. Just I'll Google it right now. I'll throw it in the chat when I find the answer.
you're telling me I can't take down that 16-ounce drink in, a few, for me, probably 12 seconds, but you're going to drink it out of a straw quicker?
Oh, I used to be able to chug a beer like that in like 2 seconds
Thank you. Yeah,
without
exactly.
just.
But
Using
out of
using a
half.
straw can make you drink more alcohol without realizing it.
without realizing it. Yes, that's completely different
Oh,
than
and
actual
okay,
consumption.
but in this context was wine. So in a way, they're drinking more wine quicker.
So the liquid matters.
We're both right.
That's what you're saying. you could die on this hill, but you're gonna die.
We're both right.
We're
Please.
both right.
I'm just glad that Moose is partially right. The guy takes so many L's here that it's nice that he gets like a half a W.
Let's get into the FedEx Cup finale, shall we? I don't really have too many clips from it. I do have one, though. We'll look at the final scorecard. Rory McIlroy ends up taking the FedEx Cup championship. If you guys didn't have a chance to watch, this is a big come from behind victory. We talked about it last week, and actually there was discussions going around Twitter. I thought was very interesting how the playoff format, it's all based off of your regular season results, and you get a weighted score before the week even starts. Scotty Scheffler started at 10 under. Rory, I want to say, started around 6 under. What's that? 3, 3, 7. So that's 13 and 4. So he started at 6 under and ended up at 21. Is that right? 3, 3, 13.
I'm off the clock. I'm not
No,
doing math.
4. He started
Yeah.
at 4 under, so 6 shots back of Scotty Scheffler based on his regular season performance, and was actually able to come from behind and win. You can see Scotty Scheffler played fantastic Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 65, 66, 66 at a very difficult East Lake. Rory McIlroy shot lights out on Saturday, shooting a 63, and then following up a Sunday round where he was head-to-head with Scotty Scheffler, and you can see outperformed him by 7 strokes. They were in the final pairing together. Scotty on the front 9 had 3 bogeys within the first 6 holes, and Rory was in the first 6 holes. He was 2 under and would make it 3 under through the first 7, and was tied from basically the 7th hole on all the way until right around the 12th through 15th hole, where they kind of traded some strokes. The 15th hole is the very notable 200 plus yard carry, all over water at East Lake. Very iconic shot. And Rory was able to stick the middle of the green and make like a 40-foot putt. I can see if I think I grabbed the video here. No,
Rory always just fascinates me because next week he could go out and he could start missing greens from 100 yards out and 3-putting 15-foot putts. Like, he is so hot and cold. It's actually just kind of funny. But when he's on
18 mil right now, I guarantee.
He's on.
Yeah, his iron play and his driver, like, it really is something special. And he had many attempts yesterday to make some good substantial putts, and really, quite frankly, didn't. Even on 18, like, obviously 18 he didn't need it, so he's probably going for a nice lag 2 putt. But there was, I don't know, I could probably count 7 or 8 times that he had putts from the range of like 10 to 20 feet, all missing. Not that his putter is bad by any means, but he has so many good opportunities because he's so good with his irons typically. He even got a lucky shot where he was recovering from just beyond the green, hitting off a downslope out of heavy rough. Ball came out with some steam and hit the flag stick and trickled maybe like 8-9 feet past, but he did make that clutch putt, and he also made, like I said, like a 40-footer on this is it right here. Here we go. That's what I was looking for.
Who is that Nick Adams idiot that says Rory will never win another major because he's too woke?
Where was this?
BJ, you're right. Rory's putter is bad. His short game's not what gets him to.
He's an author.
How do I?
Block? There you go.
Yeah,
I don't need to see that. Thank you.
Yeah.
My life is
because
now
being
better.
woke totally makes you a good or bad golfer.
Yeah, he'll never win another. Yeah, like because he went 18 for 18 greens at the Open Championship on Sunday and had ridiculously long putts, and Cam Smith played out of his mind making some ridiculous putts. Therefore, he's too woke and can't play anymore, right? Like that was all Rory's collapse. It wasn't Cam Smith playing really, really well on that back nine, you know. But I definitely think Rory has another one in the bag. He played great all season. He had like 8 or 9 top 10s or something like that. He's always in contention. I think he was top 10 in all the majors this year. Let me pull it up.
BJ golfer, me and you, 100% agree. My golf group jokes sometimes that we're all better from inside 100 yards than Rory is on any given week.
Must be nice. I can't. Terrible.
Rory McIlroy.
I need to be in that like 100 to 150 range.
What's the website? Do I want PGAtour.com? I feel like I don't.
Scally caps? Huh?
Is there
we going shopping?
That's the only thing I've bought in like the past like 3 months, so therefore it's just everywhere. Okay, so maybe it's here. Let's take a look at Rory this year. PGA Championship, he was 8th. US Open, he was T5. The Open Championship, he was 3. And then the Masters, where am I missing it? The Masters, he was 2. I mean, like, you guys can't obviously see this on screen the way I'm zoomed in, but he also won RBC. Like, all these performances, yeah, he got cut a couple times, but, you know, those are all great finishes, plenty of great results, and, you know, expect him to be there for quite some time. You know, I think he had a big life-changing event having his daughter, and like, you know, a lot of things moving on the past 5-10 years, and you know, maybe partially losing his focus on golf. I anticipate him now. He seems like he's at a great headspace, and he wants to be on the forefront against Live Tour too. So I feel like that's adding a little extra motivation for him to be that like spokesperson of the PGA Tour. It's like it's almost like trying to take the reins from Tiger. You know what I mean? Like whether or not that's added pressure to him, consider it what it is. It's also, you know, a great time to be a golfer on the PGA Tour with all these big names. So I think we're going to see a lot of Rory in the mix anyways. Okay. Any other thoughts from East Lake or the tournament? No? Okay.
Not for me.
One other thing that Rory's involved in is the Stadium Series with Tiger. Did you guys see that? That was released, I think, just after our podcast last week. Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy just announced the launch of a new golf league. It's TGL. I don't know if it's the golf league or whatever it is. In partnership with the PGA Tour, TGL will have 6 teams of 3, 15 Monday night matches. First of its kind, tech-infused venues. January 2024, it plans to tee off. So I feel like this will be like a fun, almost like Top Golf, but also reality. At the same time, it's, you know, you're relying on technology. It's not going to be as fun, but it's in primetime TV, and like golfers are going to maybe somewhat be interested. You know, golf like diehards maybe not, but I don't know, like you can get a guy like Tiger Woods participating in it all the time because he doesn't have to walk 18 holes. That's going to sell some tickets and sell some eyes, I'm sure.
I think it'll be like I don't know. What I'm hoping is like it's a bowling league kind of where like the guys can sit back, have a beer, you know, joke around with each other, and like it gets to be that personal level, like when we were talking about MLB players being mic'd up. Like what happens when you have a golfer sitting there, and yeah, I'm sure there's going to be money on the line, but let's see the other side of these guys when it's like, all right, longest drive contest, or
Yeah,
you know,
it'd be
they load up something and it's, closest to the pin. Let's
Yeah.
go.
that part of it's hopefully similar to like when they do the matches. They're all mic'd up and you get
Yes.
that back and forth. Like
Yeah.
Right.
seeing
And
that
those
here.
matches though aren't very compelling golf.
Yeah.
Like, did you hear was it Cantley that it was windy? It was like 30-mile-an-hour wind. And he's like, finally, I've been waiting for this for, 5 years. Let's see all of these pansies play in this this type of weather. Like, and I love that. Like the back and forth that he had with his caddy. He says, let's go make a couple birdies and go drink a Mai Tai.
Yeah, getting to know the golf personalities through this will be very entertaining because all you really see otherwise is their interviews and like Twitter interactions, and there's very few that are outspoken on either, and it's more PR stuff rather than is it like getting to know the person. Like Phil was that quote unquote guy that you kind of got to know and feel a little bit more than anyone else on tour. Now that his presence has left, there really isn't anyone that you kind of know behind the scenes.
Tiger was the worst at it at the beginning, and then when he's come back, he's like improved dramatically. Like I like when these people that we watch play golf have some sort of human characteristics. So that's why I like Kevin Kisner so much, because he has those YouTube videos where he's just going and pounding beers and playing scrambles with his friends.
Yeah, like he was playing. I don't know if it was like with the Foreplay guys or someone recently, and like just did like the Jordan like closes his eyes at Matumbo taking a free throw. He basically did that with a putt. Like here's how we do it on the on the pro tour, and like he looked at the guy as he was putting it, which was in the opposite direction of the putt, and of course drains it center cup. I mean, it wasn't a long putt, maybe 6-footer, but still it was pretty impressive and funny. But like seeing those interactions really is something that'll be cool, especially if it's in the off season too. The golf needs something in the winter, so good on them for taking advantage, and we'll see what happens.
I'm not one to talk about this, but are you wearing like leather pants, Kilbride? Like I'm hearing your chair.
Really?
He's actually wearing no pants. That just
well, I mean, clearly, I mean, my chair's always loud when I move around. I just feel like I can hear it. Not
blue gym shorts.
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
I got a bathing suit on.
No, that's good.
Yeah, dude, it's so hot. I just put a bathing suit on.
You call like bathing suits is what you use to?
Oh, they're like, board shorts. They're billabongs.
Is it a one piece or a 2-piece bathing suits?
What are you supposed to call it?
A Speedo. That's what it is, Moose. A banana hammock.
How far up is it, Moose?
Yeah, it goes down to like just above my knees.
He did clarify they're board shorts, so
yeah.
I get that. It doesn't have like the mesh lining.
No, yeah.
Because that would be some psycho shit.
Yeah.
The only thing where you type in bathing suits on Google and you only get women's
what do you call them? When you go swimming, what do you wear? Go ahead, entertain me.
Not a bathing suit.
So what do you call it? You gotta call it something.
Gonna put on some swim shorts, swim trunks.
Okay, yeah.
Swim trunks.
Forget those words existed. All right, fair enough.
Get a
swim suits, maybe?
I thought it was called a bathing suit. I don't know.
If you put a straw in your swim trunk.
20 most flattering bathing suits for women over 50
Google,
is the second link.
When I just Googled bathing suits, granted it could be skewed because I've never looked for bikinis. I get, all right, no, then you go to images, then it's a lot of bikinis. Never mind.
This is a great learning experience for you, Moose.
Yeah, Heels calls it floss.
Never call it a bathing suit what you're wearing a bathing suit ever again.
Guess I'll say board shorts.
There you go.
Yes.
Alrighty. Next item before we kind of get into 2K23. One last thing on the actual tour. This was very encouraging, and I think one of the main things that was really good to see, because a lot of the bottom end players of the PGA Tour were affected, and originally the notion that the PGA Tour was going to hand out more money at the top of the leaderboards and also have specialized tournaments for like the top 20, 40, or whoever in the entire field. Next year or 2024 or whenever it was going to start, that doesn't affect the guys who are barely missing who are missing the cut all the time, right? And not getting any paychecks. So this was a letter that Jay Monahan, PGA Tour commissioner, sent out recently. $5,000 they're going to get for missed cuts. Getting to the tour championship comes with a 2-year exemption, and also no more 15 season. Lifetime that's not as important. I think there was also like a $500,000 guarantee somewhere, if I read that correctly.
Oh, so we're giving out participation trophies now when we miss a cut? Like that's what we're doing now?
There's a min salary for PGA Tour. You know what I mean? So there's that baseline. So in baseball, whatever, the min contract that you can sign, let's call it $1 million, or basketball, it's through the roof. Like you have a min contract in basketball, you're making like $6 million a year or something crazy. I remember Scalabrini on the Celtics always was notable for having like the lowest contract, but so I think just having that floor is critical, because all these guys that are really on the cusp, it's very difficult. And if you see that paycheck, minimum $100K, if you go to the live, and you're struggling, you're a Corn Ferry guy, like you might be scrapping together 30 grand a year, and you're paying for all your expenses to travel.
I was going to say the 5 grand will at least hopefully cover the travel sometimes.
Exactly. If it's basically covering your travel expenses. You have your travel expenses, make a cut. If you plan on cashing a real check at some point, you would anticipate if you're on the tour, you would do something of that nature. But taking care of the lower end of the pool, I think, is really critical step in the right direction for the PGA Tour. I think they already have a good chunk of change out there, but the prize pool that they're enhancing as well is going to obviously help.
Competition.
Oh man, I hope Pools gets to 700 so bad, Crowd Slayer.
What's he's going to be what, 8-9 away?
He's 6 now. He just hit 694.
Nice. How many games they got left? Not that, probably like 60. No, less than 60.
I thought he was at 698 like a couple weeks ago.
No.
Way higher?
Oh no, he's went on a heater.
Oh, maybe it was 688 or something that I was thinking.
It's got more incentive, more home runs he hits, less he has to run the bases.
But Bulldog, to your point, and everyone in chat, like Lived certainly has helped direct the narrative in the right direction for the PGA Tour. Whether you are for or against the Live Tour, like it certainly has sparked change. There's no doubt about that. Could the players of the tour, could the tour have stepped up itself ahead of time and taken better action to resolve this? For sure.
Sorry, sneezed. It's on me.
Oh,
I click something when I sneeze. That's on me. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
I don't know what it was.
I'm sure they could have, but I personally am just glad to see that the tour is taking strides in the right direction. Alrighty, let's get to some 2K23 stuff, shall we?
That's one last time.
2K23. So we had the Next Makers down in Atlanta this week. It was Binks, it was Bees, it was Canuck, it was Celeste Anderson, who I am not too familiar with. Maybe one other gentleman as well. But they were all down at East Lake, got to try out the new game, got some valuable info for us, had some gameplay. We also had, at least the people that I know, Apex Hound and B101 got to travel to London to play the game as well. Some really, really good insight. The Next Makers in general, so like people like Respawn, also had insight and info that they put out on YouTube. Couple of notable changes right off the bat that I think is fantastic for the game. They have the punch shot back. That splash shots are only out of bunkers now, so there's no OP shot theoretically around the greens. And
partial flops are back.
Yeah, partial flops theoretically would be back, but B101 did a great job, I thought, of breaking down, like, if you short side yourself around a green now, it is actually a severe penalty. Like, you don't have to hit a hazard. You short side yourself, just like it is in real life. That is a real penalty. The chip shot, it's no longer a auto chip theoretically. Who knows if that's going to be,
I think the minimum was I think the minimum's like 25 yards, or
yeah,
it's
the
going to
minimum
be a lot
chip,
higher
the
than
lob wedge
7,
chip
whatever it
is
is.
maxes at like 20 to 25 yards. So theoretically, you would need to do a significant partial to have a successful chip. I don't know if you'll be able to put the quote unquote spin that you can put on a chip. Like the backspin on chips seems very unrealistic to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, just kind of curious to hear what you guys think. Initial reactions from the information that was released this past week.
Give
I'm actually oh, you
me
go.
the game. Like I just want to play. Like
You're getting the early access, right?
not. Oh well, yeah, I'm getting the early access, but I want like the early access.
No, I know what you
Like give me a week or two before, and just let me play. Because it was the same thing when 2K21 came out. Like, I'm going to be sitting there looking at the old game going, God, I can't wait for the new game. I can't wait for the new game. And then when that early release comes and like the next makers get it and you're sitting there watching, it's like, God, I just want my hands on this game. Like, just give it to me. And then I guarantee right at midnight, as soon as it drops, I'm going to be logging on and playing Hella Verte just like I did. With
Is that the first thing you did?
Oh yeah. Like, why not? Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to hit a bad shot. Like, you're going to hit bad shots.
You'll have the 2K23 record for a little bit at least. I found it was really interesting. I was lurking in Binks' stream for a little bit. He was doing kind of a Q&A, and he was explaining the 3-click swing. I don't know if any of you guys saw that or heard about that. It's really tough to explain without any visuals, but I'm actually excited to try that out a little bit and see how it compares to just the normal stick swing that we're used to. What he also mentioned about that is it's going to be a setting. It's not in the difficulty settings, so you can't regulate it. As far as we know, if everything's the same as this year, it's going to be in the part of the settings. I think it's called controls. That's the same as vibration. So you can toggle it on and off that way, just like you would vibration this year. So it'll be interesting to see how societies and TGC can kind of regulate that and go about if they want to limit people to one way or the other, do that.
I think if specifically for 3-click, and correct me if I'm wrong, at a competitive level in MLB, there's different pitching methods, correct? And like, isn't one of them that big,
and hitting,
very fast slider? I feel like it's going to be like that, where it's you can use it. The odds of you being very competitive while using it are very slim, because it's going to be extremely difficult to be successful at it.
So it's
on the difficulty levels that are
that just made me think of something. So I don't, obviously a big part of, or not big part, but a key part of the swing with just the right or left sticks, the swing plane, how does that get affected at all with a 3-click swing? Because obviously, you have a couple timing windows, but
yeah. So Moosey, 3-click swing's always been 1 click to start the backswing.
Yeah.
1 click to basically set your power. And then downswing happens and click as impact. And impact will be your right and your left. The first click will be your power.
Just with the way he was explaining, in my experience with 3-click swings and hot shots and old Tiger Woods games, it I don't know, it feels like they need one more click in there. I don't know, but we'll see.
Well, it's been 2-click and 3-click have been things in games since, the 90s.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's all about how big the timing window was. Like old school Lynx LS had a 2-click swing, which is basically the same thing. You pressed, held down, you released, and then you clicked down at the bottom. And they had different timing windows. So there was a champ and there was a pro. And the champ, if you missed your little line at all, you're hitting it way off target. And if you're on pro and you could miss it a hair either way. But then also when you overpowered it, it came down faster. Like, so the 3 and 2 click swings can be really fun. And like Seaflow says, us old guys that used to compete at a high level on Lynx LS, back in the halcyon days of the internet, I'm looking forward to trying it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun to compare the two and see their strengths and weaknesses. So
I think
Give me the
ultimately
game.
it seems like there's a lot more done with this game than anticipated. The graphics maybe a tick updated. I think the biggest two disappointments, right? If you have to call them disappointments, but I didn't expect them personally myself, would be a huge graphics overhaul and cross-platform. However, like I said, I didn't expect either one of those to necessarily take place. The fact that they've done everything else that they have that we can tell at the moment is all great to hear. Now, did they fix little things? Did they fix the shot animation? Did they fix the drop zone penalty? Hitting into a hazard penalty. All that. That's those nuances that are very, very annoying. Hopefully the majority, or hopefully at the very least, if they didn't have time to do it, tell us, it's going on a patch and you're going to be working on it soon. You know what I mean? Like, interact with the community. So,
I
Did
believe it
no one
was.
ask the drop zone question?
I believe I saw something on Twitter. It could be Go Blue Brad that found it somewhere. That said he doesn't think that's getting fixed, and there might have been a picture with a short article or blurb about that, but I could be totally wrong. I'm sure chat would maybe know a little bit more about that.
hopefully the shot
Uh,
animations for Rob, thank God. And did we hear about green grids? Like, there was a lot of speculation on topography.
oh,
No one said
that'd be
anything, so
really cool. Yeah,
I want to think they're about the same, because otherwise I'm sure that would be a big topic about from all the next makers saying the green
yeah.
grids
No,
changed,
no fix and
unless that's
drop
like a
zones.
specific thing that they have to omit by 2K that they can't talk about, because I didn't hear
Is
any talk about the greens.
as far as I know, at least when he was talking about the 3-click swing and stuff, Binks could talk about anything. He just couldn't show actual gameplay. So like he could explain stuff and draw it out. Like he drew out how the 3-click swing was going to work. He just obviously couldn't show it.
Yeah. So remain to be seen. And then the other question will be the difficulty levels. Are we moving up to masters? Is there going to be the same level of difficulty? I remember going to 2K21, there was that drastic fall off. I started shooting well into the 80s on my rounds going into 2K21. Bear didn't have that problem. But the initial playthrough of 2K21, I was shooting well over par, having played 2019
Mhm.
quite a bit. I'm curious to see if there's a big transition or if the tempo is going to really mimic as it is now.
So Baron Kilbride, you've played some Masters lately, right? With the Red Fast nerf and then the subsequent semi-rolling back of it, is Masters that much penalizing anymore? 'Cause I think that what we really needed was we needed something in between Master and Pro in the last game when we were doing all of the what is TGC going to be, right? Like if they could have done something in the middle, I think it would have made everyone happy.
I think Masters is perfect personally for the Pro Tours. I think it allows for reasonable courses that you don't have to have B101 and Maddie from Canada, like making it so there's literally a one square landing area and you have to roll out on these three exact squares to have your shot be perfect. It actually resembles a golf course when you play it, and are the scores still going to be high? Yes. The issue that becomes with that is, the control that you're playing with, the console that you're playing with. Tempo is much easier on some than others from, at least my experience playing on the different ones. I think it immediately elevates people who are playing mouse and keyboard. It immediately decreases people that are playing on Xbox. I think if you're playing on PC or PlayStation, you kind of stay relatively the same. PlayStation typically has been better with their tempo, but those are all general statements. We've seen Scud win on both platforms and using controllers, so he's a perfect example that kind of has proven that controller is possible. But I think Masters is a good difficulty level for Pro Swing. I don't know what you think, Bear.
I think it's fine. I mean, like Pleated was saying, when they nerfed the red fast, it made moving up, or like the old school plat mentality of very fast, high winds, all of that. It made it extremely difficult on your cut tier players. So me. So I think that was the big struggle, because then it was okay. The people that are going to be lights out are always going to be lights out. It doesn't matter what difficulty you put it at. It just made the cut players really struggle. And it was, I mean, we talked about it. The biggest issue was it was out of the blue. We'll talk later about going back to Master after an entire year of Pro. It was fun. Like, I wasn't shooting minus 15, not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
It was a grind to get to minus 9 and minus 11s and still missing putts, but I had fun going back to Master. I'd be fine going back, because if you're learning a new game, that's
I just
part of
thought
the struggle.
The birdies themselves actually felt more rewarding.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I got
Yeah.
an eagle in one of my in like the first round, and I really I was like, that was a sweet shot. Like, I really was pumped about it. Not that I'm saying you don't feel that way currently about Pro, but like, you hit two good shots on a par 5 currently. It's almost expected you make eagle on plat at this point. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
on Masters, you really, I mean, you can spray a little bit with bad tempo on the tee shot, gray fast, gray slow, but you have to be pinpoint accurate, and you have to hit your tempo. If you're having to use loft and spin, that makes it that much harder. So you hit a 4-iron in with some loft, some spin, some draw, and you hit the perfect tempo, it feels like it's a good shot. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
but on the contrary, to Pleated's question, for a casual player, it's very difficult sell. It's a very difficult sell. If you're hitting 20% perfects or less, you know what I mean? Um, how do you even play the game? You know what I mean? You have the course has to be wide open for you to play. So it's almost like they need two different tours. You know what I mean? Like, one super competitive and one casual. I mean, I guess that's why they have beer league. Or if you're in CC, I guess the question is, what happens if you go from, if you're dominating CCA, like, where do you want to go from there? But
Mhm.
Pro Tours Master,
yeah,
CC's Pro.
yeah. Alrighty. Any other thoughts on 2K23 before we kind of go into TGC Tours, final week of the season?
I worry about the golf balls. I worry that will be a microtransaction thing. I really hope that the currency is easy to get, and that you have something to use it on, and we're not forced to have to feel like that we have to buy points to be able to play the game.
How many coins do you have right now?
I have a bazillion, and so hopefully, because I've never bought anything after I got my clubs. So
Mhm.
what I'm hoping is that it's a continued to be generous, and that we don't have to worry about pulling out the credit card. I play enough games where I have to pull out the credit card.
Yeah.
I think
And
we'll
it
be
seems
fine.
like pretty unanimous. Like, I know a lot of people in here are, would be quote unquote like the diehards of TGC Tours and really into the game. But I'm not seeing anyone in chat say, I want pro. You know what I mean? We're seeing CC players, we're seeing high level players, we're seeing all different calibers of players in the chat say yes to Masters. So be interesting to see what happens and what direction they'll take. But it all depends on how the game feels too. Pro and Masters could feel completely different, and even if they are called Pro and Masters on 2K23. So,
But suck it, Sloaner. We're not doing that. Like what SidePod's saying, in the original TGC 19, that was the big step up. Was when you got to those top 3 tours, they locked you into the hardest club set. You had the option moving up if you wanted more forgiveness or to play with the harder clubs. When people got into CCB, CCA, they would start to challenge themselves. And I think that's part of it. If you want to be the best, you're going to have to use that type of timing. If you want to play the game and have fun, then it would be like me going, I really think Super People and Apex should make aim assist a lot better on the controller because I'm not that good. I understand. I am mediocre at those games. So I'm not going to be able to play at that competitive level. It's the same thing here. It's if you're playing at the competitive level, you're going to need to be the best.
Yeah, and I guess my only worry about that is that when you start dividing and conquering, the community's small enough as it is, and what settings do you make Red Fast Review? What settings do you make Jackwagon? Like there's going to be. We want people to play. We don't want to exclude people from playing, right? And so I think that's the things that us as community sort of builders think about is over than just the people that are just 100% just trying to be the best at the game.
Yeah. Again, if it's the community, you make it casual.
here is I didn't even realize they actually had something on the site. 582 people have played this first test event, 4 rounds at Master Swing this past week. Scud top of the leaderboard, no surprise there. So Scud and Paulutina still shooting these crazy numbers. I think it's really going to separate the top 10 to 15, 20 people of TGC from like the middle 50 to 100. Because you see the fall off right away, 12 under by Spice and like a lot of other people, but out of 500 people, only 18 are shooting double digit under par, and I think that's a good thing. You want to feel rewarded on getting birdies, and there's a lot of different people that have played this, and I'm sure there's a decent amount of plat players in here. Here's Stone Canadian. I know Bear, I think, shot 9. I shot 8. Uber shot 9. So these are all reasonable scores. And this course isn't like overly challenging. It's it's a fair challenge. It's a Mayday course. By no means is it easy, but not everyone's going to go out there and shoot 17 under, and we're going to look at potentially a 70 under or like a high 60s under par for the winner every week or something like that. And so be it. If they're that much better, they're that much better. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's get into TGC Tours 4 this week, shall we? Speaking of Scud, who's on top of the leaderboard in that event, we see him on top of the leaderboard in the Tour Championship. I don't believe there was any sort of weighted scoring. Bear, do you know if there was any weighted scoring on this? It was just True Sim?
Weighted scoring.
Pardon?
Yeah, just True Sim had the weighted.
I know Scud would have been near the top anyways. 4 shots clear of both Abbott and Lindsay Collins, 3 and 1 in the world respectively. Scud just played out of his mind, 54, 55, 55, and then kind of breezed through the final round with a 58. Took some strokes off, but really, really finished strong. He won, what did he win, back-to-back tournaments to finish off 3 in a row? Oh no, I'm sorry, back-to-back tournaments to finish the season. Getting a couple nice paydays there, 15 mil each. Oops. Getting a nice pay. Oh no, 2.7 for that. That's the full purse. Sloaner back in action. We said it before in Content Creator of the Week last week. He is back playing quite frequently. Winner of the Bee's Knees, and we'll get into that in a little bit in the community corner. Dango, a couple others near the top of the leaderboard. But the season coming to an end, and the people who were at the top all season finishing it off. Scud, no doubt, one of the best players on TGC.
Get a top 20.
Pardon?
Did I get pushed out? Did I at least get a top 20?
Look
All
at
right, there
you,
it is.
Bear.
I'll take it.
Look at you,
I'll take
Bear.
it.
Yeah, you started out hot. Or actually, no, you started out
He was
slow.
just
That's
consistent.
slow.
I thought you had started out hot because I remember seeing you at the top of the leaderboard through 2, but I guess there's that big of a gap from PC to PlayStation. Oh,
I
look at
won
you,
the
lead
PC.
PC.
Yep,
That's
that's all that
enough.
matters.
There you
That's
go.
my ribbon.
Back to the
That's
point,
Dude,
though.
that's really freaking impressive.
Right.
I enjoyed it.
Back to the point though, like, is it just volume based that PlayStation is that much better? Like, it's tough to it's tough to say because we're using the same controller and everything, and I'd like to think the frames are the same.
But you'd have to
Um,
think like a larger part of the fan base is on PlayStation.
That's what I'm saying. Volume based. Is it
Yeah,
volume based,
Um,
or is it
well,
actually?
so in Jackwagon, as any indication, I get about the same amount of people that play on Jackwagon and play on PC, on PlayStation and PC. It's just because I don't know, the PC my crowd is just loves the Jackwagon, I guess. But man, the PlayStation people are just whooping the PCers butt every
Yeah.
single week.
It's just interesting to see that big of a gap. You'd figure there'd be someone from PC that steps up. So, can't help
I'm
but
trying.
speculate.
Yeah, Bear did.
I'm trying.
There were just 14
15.
other people that did better.
Yeah, you stepped up, Bear, and you're 15 stroke shy.
Solid
My
effort.
goodness, it is kind of crazy. Elite Tour Zach Cresswell came down with the win on that tour championship. U State Classy San Diego T7. Bassist with a 10th. Kinetic Travis Dixon gets the win. Jut T18. Womo T19. CCH Yee Troy Jenkins gets a three-peat, winning all of those events. I think he needs to go subscribe to Progressive Golf and get that emote that Progressive has, because that is 3 straight wins in CCH. He will definitely not be there at the start of 2K23. And then let's look over on True Sim, and we can look at another. Oh, we have to look at the actual results, I think. No, the forums, right?
Yeah, the forums, because
So the
Scud got the
forums-
aggregate win.
Yeah, forums is going to have. They did basically the same, mimicked the actual tour where it was rewarding based off of your season-long statistics. So you have the weighted.
Like
The
I'm watching a
leaderboard,
YouTube
Scud wins
video
by
again.
3. He was granted 10 strokes, so he had the Scotty Scheffler position, so to speak. Abbott had the second position, getting 8 strokes. They both retained the 1 and 2 spots throughout the standings there. Colby
drops off real
Burnt
quick.
Reynolds T3. What were you saying?
It drops off real quick, the scores.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they're the leaders throughout the season, and on
Yeah,
top
no,
of it, they have
exactly.
the best scores too. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough to overcome. Pretty happy with my result. So we have a notable in the
there
True
you
Sim.
go.
We have a notable in the Platinum. So kudos to the Red Fast review. I played pretty decent this week, but even still, would have been 6 strokes shot of Scud on gross. Alrighty, that pretty much sums up the tours. Samo Man apparently, did I see, got CCD second in CCD. Kudos to you, Samo Man. Let's get a community corner. We have a little bit of an interesting community corner this week, as Bear and I started a little venture into some interviews. We may have some other people involved going forward. Pleated was certainly involved and helped making this happen initially. And we had our first interview. It's going to be a series that we have currently named Game Chat. And we interviewed, our first interview is Ben Nassim. I think I'm saying that correct, right, Bear?
Yeah, you said it right. I got my pronunciation right here. It's
Thank you.
Nassim.
Ben Nassim. And for those who don't know him, he is not really involved necessarily in the TGC community. However, he is a TGC participant. He got up to Elite Tour, and what he is known for is he is actually a esports manager. He was associated with a couple of different esports teams, including FaZe Clan and another one right now. Do you have the current name of the team he's associated with, Bear? And the
It's like
manager?
esports entertainment out of Columbus.
Esports Entertainment out of Columbus. However, they are very competitive. He currently is a co-host on a podcast called The Flank, and they go over esports and Call of Duty in very, very strong detail. And he's also been, very strongly invested and interested in the golf game, not to the extent that he is in Call of Duty. However, we were kind of questioning and asking him about his thoughts on what would make, PGA Tour get to that next step competitively into esports and where they need to go. So let me see if I can bring up the video here. All right, this is our first interview on the Red Fast Review here. We'll give you a brief glimpse. I think it was like 10:27.
1027 is
Yeah.
sort of his thoughts moving forward.
Well, you're not going to be able to hear our voices, but I'll cut over to full screen right now. We'll give you like a quick little glimpse. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bear.
We probably got the same mindset, but we'll see. So going from that competitive to the casual, what does the new game need to keep the casual player around? You're nodding your head, Kilbride. Is that where you were going with it?
Kind of, but I also had another point. But
oh, okay, fine.
I'll answer that question first. I think it's two things. One is, so actually it might be three things. One is, I think with the character progression, making sure it's not a massive time sink. Like, obviously, it seems like from some of the videos I've watched today from folks that went over to the playtest at Eastlake that, like, it's not like a 2K pay-to-win scenario where you can just pay and you could skip and then get sort of the end game of the progression. Like, you're going to have to play and get to a certain level where you're probably, like, in those societies, in TGCs, be competitive enough with your character to be able to shoot low. So hopefully that ramp up isn't a significant time sink, because then listen, the game's coming out end of October. Like, people's attention spans are really short. Like, a lot of games are going to come out around Thanksgiving. Like, you got to get in while the game's good. And then once you get to the end game, I think one is, continuing to figure out what are the best matchmaking hoppers. I remember early on when the game first released back in 21, like, they were definitely tinkering a lot with what was the best version of those hoppers. Then they found a good balance. I like that they have now. You've obviously got, quick search. I don't play that much. If I play 1v1s. And then I'll play like the 2v2 mode, but I don't really like alt shot. I think alt shot's like, sometimes you get on and get a random person or just spraying around the course. It's not fun. I enjoy the scrambles or four balls. For me, actually, what I would like to see from matchmaking is being able to, like, restrict certain courses. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I play matchmaking, I really like playing the custom courses. I get kind of sick. The TBC courses they have in the game right now, a lot of them are some of the TBC South courses. They're all, like, very similar in terms of how they play, right? Some elevation, but it's mostly wide open fairways. Not a lot of punishing tee shots. I like some of the custom courses that have come through, like some of Canucks courses have been on there. Some of the other guys, I think BA101's had a couple of stuff on there. Like, I really like the variety getting the custom courses and those hoppers. So being able to play those over the
Kilbride, you want to jump to that 24-minute mark?
Cool. And I think
I want violence.
I mean, it could, but traditionally the sport doesn't have that. Whereas with COD, it's like anything goes.
I know a small Finnish man that I know is taking horse tranquilizers, and eventually when we come to blows, I'm gonna punt him so far. But I'm just looking into the future to see.
So there's a little preview for you of game chat, a couple little segments. Ben Nassim, he was very well spoken and provided some good insight from the Call of Duty era. which is obviously one of the biggest esports out there, and had some interesting thoughts on the game. Is he as invested as we are in the TGC community? No, but he certainly knows. And Bear did an excellent job with some of the editing involved here. So looking forward to seeing the final touches on that. We are going to be creating, I believe, a new YouTube channel and most likely releasing this later this week. We will tweet and post that from the Red Fast Review Twitter account, but we're going to kind of tow it along to start this series from the Red Fast Review account for the first month or so while we're in between seasons here on until the release of 2K23. So the plan is to get a new interview each week, and we'll tease next week's interview sometime on Twitter, I'm sure, once we get that up and running. So hopefully that's a nice little treat for you guys coming down in between seasons.
I might have leaked some of the audio from the second interview
you
during
did?
my stream. So,
Uh-oh.
because I started to listen to it because that's when I said I only got 15 minutes and I need the full 20 something.
I wonder who it was that accidentally clicked something that created a visual error. It was probably Ben, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to have been.
Yeah.
That definitely was not me checking the audio levels.
All right, let's take a look at some clips from the community corner. We'll get to the normal routine here. This is from Level Mento's channel. What was Mento
Oh
up
no,
to?
that's just
Or, I'm sorry,
auto.
Heels'
Okay.
channel. This is Level Mento hitting it, the ball.
He's gonna hit the sign. From this
And
angle, there's
Pringle
no
from
way.
Casino Bakery. Hey, easy on the Wisconsin accent. We value our beer, cheese,
Glad you
and
saw
bread.
it.
Oh my god! What the fuck just happened?
No way.
Are you serious?
That's awesome.
That's great, dude.
But they're just having a great time. Heels, Mento, Crunchy Pie, Crimp, all of them streamers, as you see in there. Those are their usernames on Twitch. Go follow all four of them. Crunchy actually went live for the first time in like months today, playing some Rocket League, I saw. So good to see Crunchy Pie back. Maybe he'll be firing up some TGC 2K. I'm sorry, PGA Tour 2K23 streams when that comes back around. This is from Cruising past you, really?
Cruziano?
Cruziano. Can I pause this?
Flight
Jesus
slow.
Christ. Playing on platinum.
Wind will help him out though. No.
Oh, works it way
Center of
works
the
its
cup.
way back.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting the whole look at that card too. Fighting the whole time too. Like he's going out there and really trying to earn it. He has one birdie. He's on a par 5, getting the albatross. Just doing a fun round on the platinum course. So big kudos to Cruziano. I think he said that was his first albatross in the games.
Love that.
Only took 2 years and 4 days and 4 days and 4 days and 47 days until a new game
And
to get my first
47 until a
albatross.
new.
So kudos to Cruziano. Very, very nice Albie. Those are very hard to come by, especially with a driver off the deck. This is a fun clip that was sent in by L-Boy.
Yeah, how I'm going to pull this off.
This is JC for life.
That's going to overshoot, I believe. I can't believe I made that.
Oh, that's great.
That.
Love the good reactions.
Oh my word, look at this.
He's
Look
so
at this.
genuinely happy.
That's awesome.
What a monster. 53 feet.
Can't believe it.
I love it, dude.
Double rainbow.
All the way across the sky.
Very nice putt there. This is from
Great putt.
Chewy. Chewy is hosting the President's Cup tournament coming up soon. I'll get into more details on that shortly. He's playing a casual here with Spice, and I ate my toaster.
I can't hear him
What
at
did you
all.
do that for?
Can't you? Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Oh, look at this shot. Go in. Hole in one. Come on.
Ooh.
I'm watching. Oh, that's lovely.
And it is. I
Oh,
called
yes,
it.
it
I
is.
called it from
I saw it too. I'm watching it on your screen now. That's a lovely golf shot, bro.
That might qualify for one of the awards we're going to get to shortly. We're going to preview some awards in a little bit. That one called out very, very early in Seamount style. Go in when it's like, I don't know, 18 yards from the tee box. But nevertheless, it does go in. Heck of an ace there by Chewy. And here's, nope.
V.
Yeah, no, we don't want Venus Williams. I was doing.
My toaster is aerodynamic on Twitch.
And judging
gotcha.
from my sandwich or whatever, yeah, they're definitely firm.
No, that's gotta be the voice of Brad.
Yeah.
Somewhere between concrete and gravel.
Little pitch
that's
shot.
crazy.
That's money.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Knew
much
it.
so.
Where it was going to land, I just knew it.
Just knew it. Chewy calling them out. We need Chewy and Brad to get like a little broadcast booth between the two of them. That would be fun.
What's the end of the clip? You gotta play the end of the clip.
I know he's kind of short today.
Take that. Sorry, guys.
We have to judge the ends of these clips.
That's true. That's true. I always cut it off too soon. It sounded like some swearing or something in there. Maybe Side Pod was over their house or something. Alrighty. Folds of Honor tournament. Bear, want to break down what happened over there? We had
Nope.
finale.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
We're going to just call it at that. Carrot Cakes takes on the championship over CIA Bear, getting to the very final. I think, what was it, 1 down and 2 down or something like that, or vice versa?
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
2 out of
Lost
3.
the first one 1 down, lost the second one 2 down.
So, fought hard
Shame.
until the very end. But Carrot Cakes takes it home. I don't know. Do I have any? That's Killabees. That's Killabees. True Sim.
There's something from Stav. So I don't know if it was from the
okay,
championship broadcast
no,
or
I was
not.
looking at a different location. So we do have one clip. Let's take a look. Oh, this was this is from Bear.
My handicap in real life, Mufasa, blondes with big asses. What is that's the only clip we got. Okay.
That was the highlight of the Folds of Honor tournament.
That's great.
That's from
time,
when
Bear.
I played Jimmy.
Yeah, that's like round 2.
My handicap in real life, Mufasa, blondes with big asses. Okay.
I forget who sent. Someone sent that to me. Like,
Should be one of your alerts. New alert sound.
Yeah. So casual about it too. All right, let's take a look at the Uber True Sim match play. Please put that in your intro.
Oh, that's exactly what Pleated wants. He wants the intro to be longer.
Make it longer. Make it longer.
I'll also be clipping Pleated saying "make it longer." So.
I love the sound bites that people just pull from each other. Uber has a whole inventory of Undertales on his. It's great.
Can I submit a clip a little bit late, but I think it's a really good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Kilbride, I'm going to send it. How do you want me to send it to you?
Post it right in the chat.
Okay. Chat of, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. This is a really good one.
Let's take a look at this one.
I'm not.
Pete Pants.
She thinks it should be longer too. Well, shit. Fuck. God damn it, that's getting clipped. She thinks it should be longer too. Well, shit. Fuck.
Knew as soon as he said it.
Yep.
That's the best.
Oh, I love how you have it loaded up in the arsenal, Pleated.
Yeah, you get to that quick.
I completely forgot about it until we saw the What's Your Handicap one.
I've been holding on to something for over
I
a
was
year.
Oh, God.
Maybe now's the time. Do I even know where it's located though? Maybe I'll bust it out another time.
I was gonna say, Plea, did you have that like saved somewhere?
No, like if you go to if you
Clips.
clip something and you go into your creator dashboard, you can see clips of your channel and you can see the clips that you've created.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
That would have made things a lot easier in the past.
I was going to say, actually, Moose, don't look, because I'm sure there's a lot of clips I've created on your channel that you don't even realize.
It's the best feature, I'm sure, for Bear, because he's just clicking out of context clips all the time.
That's why I'm just so curious now.
So many people are going to discover things.
So we do have Uber's True Sim match play that is still going on. That one started before Bees' match play, but it's still going to be going on. It takes a little bit of a while because of the double elimination, and also there's no hard deadlines like the Bees one. So we'll be going on. Looks like we should end before 2K23. Scott advancing over Stone Canadian is going to be playing Map Collector, who takes out Bear in the Sweet 16? Sweet 16. And then Uber Materializations, the 4 or 5 seed there. And then we have Rio and Snoopy. I am playing Colby, who took out Hemo. That is taking place Wednesday. We have a match being played most likely right now, Snoopy and Rio. So that is taking place. And then this is the losers bracket. So not everyone is actually eliminated just yet. Hemo and Progressive to play. Winner gets to play Mikey Angelo. Tomb takes out Kara. Not sure. Did they actually play that, or did Kara forfeit, or what happened there? Do we know?
I think she dropped out.
Okay, she dropped out. BJ and Steelvike. Lox takes out Runcubus. Undertale still waits the winner of Binks and Womo. Bear all the way advancing a couple times, taking out Ant and Foxen. So he's ready to come out strong out of the losers bracket.
No, because I get the loser of Rio Snoopy, so I've enjoyed this run.
Okay. Well, you never know. Do I have anything from this? Yes, I do have one from the True Sim match play. Let's take a look here. It's from Pat. What is this?
It's a good shot.
Pat, 1 down versus Lucas.
Oh, come on. Well,
evil laugh.
That's a win for the pressure. God, you love that feeling when you figure out a True Sim ace. You figure out everything.
That's great.
He's also 2-0 in the Bespoke Football League, PS5 league.
Is this his first year?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought it was. Hot start for the kid.
Pat. Look at you. Then we have the Bees Knees came to a close last night. The spreadsheet's not really kind for viewing visually on here on stream, but we can tell you Sloaner took down Webboy. The remaining of the Final Four was Stone Canadian and AC Milan. Have some clips from it. We'll start with a clip from Stone Canadian. We watched him hole out versus Bear last week. What could he do versus Sloaner this week?
No way he does it again, right?
Man, what a shot.
Sloaner stuck it to about a foot. Due to the different consoles there. Can't see it. Oh, didn't realize that took place.
Feather it.
Get in the hole.
Oh,
yes!
Unbelievable.
So he was going to win that hole.
Oh my god.
Indeed it was.
Sloaner has the most aces against him in Bees Knees Invitational.
Really? That's really funny.
Is that a stat? Or is that you're keeping track of?
I'm pretty sure, because Snowda got one against him too.
Well, this is how he got the lead. He did a nice job feathering it as well. This is in match 1 versus Webboy.
Come on, man.
Oh. Oh my god. Sloaner, hold on.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Side
Oh
eye.
no. It was the smile after. It was the smile after. Hold on.
Oh, the smile. Yes,
Yes.
that's the most emotion.
You get like a couple frames to get that.
Yeah, I keep missing it.
Me.
There's one right there.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh.
There might be two right there.
Two?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And wait for it. The side eye. Come on.
Look at the baby. Look at the baby.
There it is.
Yes,
There
that's
it
like
is.
the Grinch right there. Get that as an emote, Sloaner. My goodness.
All right, Sloaner, let's go. Get it on there.
Too perfect. All right, and we do have oh no, this was Pat. I thought I had one more from Sloaner. Yes, I do. Here it is. That was the wrong link. Sorry about that. So many links all over the place. Imagine being 74 episodes and it's still being being this unorganized.
Yeah, it's gone backwards. It's getting ready for the Pokeball.
Yeah, it's been very fun.
It's been fun.
Great.
How fun?
Fuck off.
Oh, the arm went up.
Oh,
Pleated gets that spasm every once in a while.
You know, it gets stuck like right here. Oh God, it hurts so much. I know he doesn't show the pain that I do, but I just watch this. Watch this. It just involuntarily happens.
Great. Fuck off.
Oh yeah, it hurts so much. Oh, but he maybe could unlock it a little bit better than me. Mine gets stuck, and you kind of got to find the trigger point.
Mm-hmm.
So Sloaner takes it down. How many times has he won B's? Is that 3?
2.
Or 2? 2? Okay.
I think it's 2.
I know he's been in the finals a couple times. So that was 7. What does it say? Materializations won 6. 5 was Cooks. 4 was Sloaner Polak. Does it say the winner?
So I think that was Sloaner.
3 was 3. At least it's bold. Sloaner beat Colby. You remember that?
Okay, so then it might have been
Polak won
Polak.
2.
Oh, then I don't know. So it might be Sloaner 3.
And then MT Donald won the original. So, yeah, it's either 2 or 3 for Sloaner. So, kudos to Sloaner. And if you guys are itching for more content as far as tournaments, we do have the World Cup tournament coming up. Is also using the same site Uber's using. So the True Sim match play is ongoing. This is on PlayStation only, 24 players. Looks like I'm not exactly sure. Group 6, then official World Cup of Golf tournament hosted by the Apex Hound, Darren Fairhust, and Chewy. I don't know who Darren is, but kudos to Darren. Spice and Brad, our team. Seb and Jono, Polish team. Dreams and Cousin. Phoenix and Gino, the Ohio team. A couple Ohioans. Is that what you say, Bear?
That would be right, but I don't think Joey's from Ohio.
Phoenix. It's his name.
I might be wrong. But I'm going to guess with the Phoenix.
Maybe Phoenix,
Ohio's
Ohio.
a state of mind. Ohio's a state of mind.
Yeah, gotcha.
It is.
Oh yeah, Apex Hound says Norway, so it can't be right. And Alex's partner is Swedish, so neither one of those are Norwegian. So I think you're correct. So Apex and Alex, Liam, and Animal. I guess they're all teams. Moist Taco, Fine Wine, Caker, Side Pod, Matt and Franz, Dango and Cooks, Riddles and Chewy, and Rago and Cookout. So that should be pretty fun. I'm sure that'll be streamed on Twitch, YouTube, wherever. Look out for these matchups. World Cup of Golf, I'm sure, is what they'll be calling it. That is the name. And yeah, that'll help us carry over to the next game. Additionally, we have the Masters Tempo tournament ongoing. So we have the Masters on TGC Tours. And this is from the Masters, maybe? Is this from it?
Maybe. Yep. Maybe. Maybe.
Yikes.
Easy game.
That was saucy. Okay, so that's how you got to 20. I was like, you had a hot finish there. I was chasing you down.
Yeah. Can you let that play all the way through, please?
Sorry. I always do
This
The
guy.
Red Vast review. CIA Bear's the cutest. Fuck everyone else. Thank you.
Well played. Well played.
Thank
Alrighty, let's okay, so one other thing we're doing for the content or the community corner starting this week, because we're not going to have many clips. We already didn't have too many coming this week. We're going to have the award season. Bear, do you want to any recommendations on which numbers we should do, or if any of you guys are on the sheet for the first week, maybe 3 or 4 of them?
I'd have to pull it up.
I mean, we were talking about going with 3. Off the rip, so I feel like 11 is a good one.
Okay.
And
I like
then
that.
11's always a good one. I
Yep.
feel like 6 is a good one. And then 4 could be like our serious one, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so we'll start with these 3, and I will break them down one by one. So remember, this is award season. We'll probably create a separate tab at the bottom or something like that, because we won't have TGC Tours to break down going forward. But the strategy is we're going to announce 3 to 4 awards each episode as far as what the categories are. Each week, we're going to ask if you guys can send in your clips from the inception of the game. We're going to call it XYZ Award of the Year. We're going to just name it that. However, if it's from the inception of the game, send it in. We'll try to hopefully host these annually, at the conclusion of a TGC season, ideally. I feel like it's perfect time for award season, so we can really highlight some of the fabulous moments. They can be funny, they can be, great clips, good shots, but we'll start off with our first one being facial expression of the year, or of the game. So that is award number 1. So Sloaner, for example, right there, had a couple priceless ones. We all know Progressive comes to mind with all of his facial expressions. Colby, you have a great one right there. So send all of those great,
Exactly, Narwhal, exactly. Get
maybe
videos in your
dial
head.
back the clips a little bit.
Get your list going, Nar.
Drop expression out of the award name. Okay. Okay. That's a
So Bear can win that one.
About it. Yep. Okay, so that's award number 1.
It does, Sam.
Award number 2, and this is still kind of on the meme side, not necessarily serious. I mean, we are going to get to have some serious, like the good quality shots. The tempo tantrum of the year. So people may think of Cockster, may think of Spartan Dog. There's plenty of people that come to mind. We want to see people absolutely losing it, breaking controllers, throwing stuff, getting angry. You don't have to do it now. It already happened. You know what I mean? There's no further collateral damage, but everyone loves to watch a good tempo tantrum. So let's send in some of the best tempo tantrum clips of the year, and title that like when it says society or whatever on the clip submission form. I'm going to put the Red Fast Review Twitter. It is the pinned tweet on our Twitter account. When you send them in, send them via the Twitter, and just use the facial expression or facial of the year, tempo tantrum of the year. Use that as the award to send in, or the clip when you're sending in. And then finally,
if you put facial of the year on Twitter, you're going to get spammed with so many bots, and I'm all in for it.
Oh, we might get a lot more followers. Pros, cons.
All right. And our final award, at least for the week 1. So keep in mind, this is a multi-week process. We want to span it over a few weeks, break them down, have some good analysis of each clip, spend our time with them. And what we're going to ultimately do is, so you guys are going to send them in. We're going to watch them on the podcast next week, episode 75. After episode 75, we may put our own input in. We're going to post them all on Twitter, and you guys get to vote and decide yourself which is your favorite. So maybe if there's like, say, 7 or 8 clips for Tempo Tantrum of the Year, we'll narrow it down to 4 on the pod, because you can only do max of 4 on a Twitter poll. And those are the 4 you get to vote for on Twitter. And you have that full week duration after the pod to do that. Final one is going to be match play moment of the year. Good, bad, interpret it however you want. You know, Sloaner getting the ace there, some sort of walk-off. What was it? Why So Serious had a Albie versus Savino. Was that Why So Serious? Who was that?
No.
A walk-off Albie win.
I can't remember who.
But any match play, doesn't have to be bees. Bees would be great. You know, a lot of good moments happen from that. The magnitude obviously matters. Like if it's just an ace on hole 1, like is that as impressive as a walk-off, 75-yard, pitch in? You know what I mean? Like the moment certainly matters, and the excitement and everything. So there's some good content to be had there. So those are the first 3 that we'll go with for this week. So please send in your clips. We're going to do our best job to come up with our own. So just in case you don't have any, we have some already in the bank. But if we end up having a better list from the community, we'd love to see it, because there's hundreds of channels to look through and 2 years plus of content. So really looking forward to see what you guys come up with. Alrighty. What are we at? All right, we're running a little long here, but we've been kind of trending that way for the past few weeks. Let's get to the Red Fast Review Society and Content Creator of the Week. Red Fast Review Society. Here we go. Clicking the right buttons. Okay, Red Fast Review Society. Love to see it. There was 86 participants, and a gentleman by the name of Kilbride10 with a score of 30 under walks away victorious in the society.
Boo.
Yeah, no one wanted to see that. But we had all 86.
Easy week.
Go ahead.
Easy week.
Yeah, easy week. There was a shorter field, so I mean, it's basically like when everyone goes plays WGC event.
Yeah.
I basically got the Carpy win on Plat. Like, how did Carpy end up winning on a Plat event? Well, that's why. Let's take a look at the full leaderboard here. Myself, Robinho, Coxter, Jutt, Map Collector, Mikey Angelo, Ursfan, Wet Bandit Gaming, Brenelin, Mav, Sebmax, Skyline, Gino, Uber, Undertale, BJ, Jordy, Juna, CIA Bear, Paperboy, T. Combs, Jambi, Stone Canadian, Scoobies, Pure Shanks, Cruz, SVF, Cabrello, Brett Sully, Lancy J, Escanius, Tuminator, Tor Pro, Go Blue Brad, Viking, Dangle, Visual Chewy, Progressive, M4, Caker, CJ, The Big Hayat, Tapja, Hemo, Smoked, Happy Throw, Fisher, I'm a Banana, Yo Marky, Dangle, Levelmento, Upmup, Potomac Bombs, Glasses Glazer, C Flip, Rock Hunter, Scoot Magoot, Turks, Wee David, Slick Rick, Cuz, Sweet Billy Boy, Phoenix, McGregor, C Knight, Sock, Bob, TFR, Jeb, Tag Rocket, Nolan Ryan, Sports Lifer, TCR, Fig, Jason, Some Old Guy, M Scala, O Breach, Miller Time, SLA Crete, World Giant, Peaky Blinder, Evan Wilkins, Sparks, and Snow Eagle. All 86 of you, thank you very much for participating and playing in the Red Fast Review. Love to see it. It was on, where were we last week? Chiang Mai,
Chiang Mai, yeah.
Yeah, Eisenberg's Chiang Mai Black. Gareth Irvine is his name on TGC Tours. This week we're playing Memento Mikey's course, so we're trying to go with some throwbacks here, I think, for the last month or so of Red Fast Review. Some highlights from perhaps the beginning of when we first started playing TGC Tours. And this is one of the
course holds up. It's maybe one of the most beautiful courses that best planting.
Yeah, he really highlights it well, and he has I forget what the actual flower is called, but it's very iconic with that perfect purple flower. Everyone recognizes it as soon as you see it. It was good enough to be on Platinum Tour as well, so the caliber is there. Might be a little bit difficult this week, so expect scoring to be a little bit more challenging than it typically is. We don't dial up the conditions too hard, so don't get too intimidated, but just try to enjoy the scenery. That Memento Mikey did an excellent job delivering with this course. One of the best things that he has done in this game for sure. So kudos to Memento Mikey. All right, and that leads us to our last item of the week, which is content creator of the week. Where did I save the links? Oh God, now we have to zoom out. Good Lord. Okay, content creator of the week. Now, this person has been around the community for a couple of years now, so they are not a new person. We talked about him earlier in the podcast, and he is actually a next maker. He had a chance to go visit and see the game over in London. He goes by the name of B101 Online. Ben Page is his TGC Tours name, and Ben is one of the best designers, one of the best analyzers, makes some great YouTube videos on course designing, breaking it down. He has a great series right now that's a routing challenge on a plot of land that he's put out. So he's putting out some fantastic content, and 2K honestly couldn't have picked a better perfect person for their 2K Next Maker program, in my personal opinion. Let's put out his channel here. That is his YouTube channel. I think it is that long. I'm not sure if he has a shortened URL, and also his Twitch channel here. And if you can watch one thing of his, I would. Oh, and actually, I'll bring up his course list on screen here. He's developed some really nice courses, some really penalizing courses as well. You'll recognize some of these that were on the Platinum Tour, Barton Hills, most notably. Yeah. Al Barsha is one of his newest ones. He has 17 Mile Club, which is very nice. I've played there. Selfiara, we've played a couple of times. Old Ainsdale is a very recognizable one. Black Salt, very recognizable. But he has
Whiskey
made
Run.
Which one?
He's got Whiskey Run on there.
Whiskey
part of the
Run,
whiskey courses.
Yeah, I can't personally say that I've played them all, but I'd love to do it. So maybe we'll even throw one of these on the Red Fast review in the coming weeks. Because no one wants to punish themselves
Please,
like
no.
that.
Please, no.
We'll put Barton Hills on like easy. Let's put Barton Hills on the red tees if he made red tees, something like that. See if anyone can do well. But Ben has done a fantastic job on both course creation, content creation, especially on his YouTube platform, and really just breaking down how he does stuff and how he thinks about doing stuff. And check out his routing series on YouTube. It's really interesting stuff if you're into course design. This video here is his first play and impact on the designer mode. There really isn't much that he can disclose on the designer mode since they didn't have access to it when he went to London. However, he does a great job of going into detail on the individual aspects of the game. I found his YouTube video probably the most informative out of all that were just recently put out in the past week or so. So I don't know if any of you guys have had any personal interactions with B101. Not really.
No, I haven't. But his content is top notch.
Yeah. So definitely go give him a follow, give him a sub on YouTube. Highly recommend it. I honestly don't think you will be disappointed. And on top of it, really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. Been nothing but gives you gamer ability vibes, honestly. Alrighty, that pretty much concludes this week. Boys, what do we have going on for the upcoming week? Moose, we'll kick it off with you. Go clockwise as we normally do.
Yeah, not too much. A lot of moving, a lot of planning and stressing, and just trying to find somewhere to live, which isn't really fun, but is what it is. Like I said, not setting up the PC when I go home. So if I am in streams, it'll be on my laptop, probably like 2 a.m. when I can't sleep. But yeah,
Yeah, so playing some Super People maybe. I think you've been playing that a decent amount.
Yeah, definitely doing that tonight. Great game. I don't know what else to say about that, but
MLG Moose.
Yeah,
just saying we've done better since you've taken my advice. But that's it.
Pleated, are you taking any other days other than today off of Madden?
Yeah, so I'm going to play Madden tomorrow. I'm going to play Jackwagon, Cones and Microphones, and Red Fast Review on Wednesday. I'm going to take off on Thursday. I'm going to play Madden on Friday, and then I'm going to take off Saturday and Sunday when Current Girlfriend is here. So here's something kind of an announcement that I've talked to the guys about, but haven't said out loud. I'll be setting up this week's Jackwagon tonight after the stream. And 2 weeks ago, I have to admit that I was a bad streamer. Maybe I've got a little bit consumed with Madden. I did not get the Jackwagon set up for a day. So I was a day late. I closed the tournament a day early on PC on accident. But since I did that, we only made it 2 rounds. We had 198 people finish those 2 rounds that week. That's the second highest ever. The only time we've gotten more, it was 1 more person, and it was before the Red Fast nerf. If that gives you any idea how big that number is. So between now and the beginning of 2K23, we're going to make the Jackwagon a 2-round event like the other non-TGC societies like RFR and Cones and Microphones and others, and see if we continue that really good engagement. If we do, we'll probably keep that going forward into 2K23, and I like that because it's going to give me time to play more events in the community, because I don't see me ever stopping playing a host of other sports video games on the internet. And so if I could sit down a day and pound out Jackwagon, Red Fast, Cones and Microphones, I think that would be an awesome day of content, and I'm excited that I get to play in more events.
Absolutely, that sounds fantastic and great numbers. I didn't realize the numbers were that well, so kudos to you. I mean, one of the best societies out there, and it's been that way for quite some time. So make sure you guys go play some Jackwagon. It'll be less bearing, only 2 rounds to complete, and without TGC, I bet you there's a lot of people craving for some golf. So we'll see what happens. Maybe there's a dip when less interest without TGC in the coming weeks, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yep.
Bear, what do you got on the schedule this week? You got a posted schedule I should bring up as well?
No posted schedule. Basically, with kind of work picking up, I'm really not sure what the streaming schedule is going to be, but I do know probably going to be sliding into more DMs like I've been doing the previous week, trying to get some more interviews for game chat. So, I mean, we've only done 2, but it's been fun because, what we're doing is really getting some of the other sides, other aspects. Yes, we want to get that deeper dive to get to know about these streamers, these content creators, but at the end, both times we've done it, we kind of have to give ourselves a hard cutoff time, because we could sit and talk to these people for very, very, very long. And so I've had a blast, and even being able to go back and cut and edit. I love doing the editing stuff. It's great.
The great thing about it too, and to hopefully piggyback off what you were going to say, and what I've been enjoying about YouTube is we can kind of schedule it at our own time, right? So like, hey, if it's 10 o'clock and we want to bang it out for 45 minutes real quick, like, yeah, great. Like, we just happen to be available at that time, as opposed to...
There's a sound clip for you.
Yeah, get a quickie in.
Yeah, he already clipped it. And and that's exactly what happened with our second one too. It was it was sort of last minute. So looking forward to getting more of these game chats underway, and hopefully that'll take place this week. So that'll probably be primary focus on my front. I'll be posting some YouTube content. I'm going to be doing TGC with the Masters test event. So I had my first round post today. I'll be posting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as I typically do. Would like to put a YouTube video together, wish list versus expectations, which ideally will be releasing on Friday. Also streaming and playing Colbster on Wednesday. So we got a handful of things going on. The go live button on the Twitch channel will probably only be hit on that Wednesday at 6 Eastern. So that's the True Sim match play versus Colby. Should be a really fun one. I don't know the last time I played Colby in a match play, but it's definitely been some time. And I feel like he's always a person I'm chasing on the leaderboard personally. So I'm very, very excited to give that a go.
Before you send it off, Kilbride, Chewy whispered you a clip, I believe, on Discord a while ago.
Right now?
Our clip. No, well, probably like 20 minutes ago. I think you missed it in the chat. Maybe he whispered you on Twitch.
Whisper Twitch. Okay. Let's get one last parting clip before we go, I suppose, right?
I always like to whisper
for next week.
Yeah, this is how you like
4
it.
days ago. Okay, so it is recent.
Yeah, 4 days ago.
Yeah.
We're just gonna whisper now.
Yeah, it's a whisper. Oh, Red Fast Review. So it kind of fits towards the end
Yeah,
of the podcast.
yeah, that's what I said.
Well, this is the whole Kilbride got his first Albion.
It is. I remember that. It was an 8-iron.
Oh!
Get wrecked.
Oh, we nearly had a clip for the Red Fast review.
Oh no, this was
Nearly.
So
Not quite, though.
close.
Not quite.
Not quite.
It looks like it. It looks like it.
That's
Anyways,
You almost made it to the right part of the show, Chewy.
They rerouted the Chiang Mai. Okay.
Oh, okay. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Chiang Mai, Thailand, right? I think I saw a gamer post a video on it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go raid somebody. How about Rundown Man? We haven't raided him in quite some time. Rundown's playing. Looks like True Sim match play winner round 2. Sloaner versus Rundown Man. So he's gonna be teeing off for Sloaner soon, unless the start already took place.
No, I don't think so. Sloaner just went live.
Okay, perfect. Let's get Mr. Rundown Man on the screen. Crown, thank you very much towards the end there. Very much appreciate you, man. Let's go check out Rundown Man. Best of luck on your cuts this coming week. And make sure you guys send in those awards and those clips. We'll be compiling and reviewing those this week. So that's another task throughout the week. We'll catch you guys next time.
Suck it, Moose. What the hell is Al doing live right now? I know that messed up the ending, but